Welcome to class 5th, subject English. Let us have a look at this picture. What do you notice in this picture? Yes, a mother and a daughter are making cupcakes. They look so happy. Now see this picture. What do you notice here? Yes, here are some people who are working together. When we work together, we get the real happiness. And to know this, let us read and understand an interesting story, The Clock That Won the Prize. Let us start with the reading of the story. Long ago in Europe, there stood a little village right in the middle of a big forest. At one time, the people of this village had been very skilled clockmakers, but now very few clocks were made there. The clever old clockmakers had passed away, and their sons went to the towns to work and make money and have happier times than living in the village which they called a slow old place. The prince of the country visited the village and saw some of the lovely old clocks that had once been made there. He also heard that only a few of the good clockmakers were left. "What a pity," he said, "that such good work should stop. I will give a prize for the best clock that is made here during this winter." News went all through the village, and everyone who could make a clock worked hard to win the prize. Joseph lived with his old grandfather, and in the long winter evenings, when the snow lay thick in the forest, he used to sit beside his grandfather and watch him making wooden clocks until he, too, learned to make clocks. Joseph asked his grandfather to help him win a prize. But his grandfather was not so sure. "We are too poor to buy fine paint or enamel or gold or silver to make the clock look good. I fear our clock will be too plain." Here, enamel means hard, shiny substance used for protecting or decorating. "Yes," said Joseph, "but it will be very good, and I am going to think of something new for it." But it is not easy to think of something that is both new and useful. Joseph thought for days while his grandfather waited for the improvement the boy would make. One day, Joseph went to the forest to fetch some wood. He saw a cuckoo perched on the branch of a tree. Joseph thought to himself, "I wish the cuckoo could give me a new thought when all at once it did. Why, of course, instead of just striking the hours, we will have a bird sing them instead." Joseph thought out loud. Joseph ran home like the wind to tell his grandfather about his new idea and to see if it could be carried out. Grandfather considered it for a long time and at last said, "Yes, I do believe we could make it, but first we must plan it out." So they got paper and pencil and a ruler and made plans of the clock and the cuckoo and the door through which the bird would come out. They set to work, and together they made a good strong clock. Alas, it was very plain to look at. Every day they heard of the wonders of their neighbors' clocks. One had beautiful fruits painted on its face. Another had enameled silver on it. Another was wonderfully carved. But grandfather said, "Never mind, Joseph, ours is something new. It is a good clock, and if it works well, we may yet get the prize. Here, enameled means to cover or decorate something with enamel. At last, the clock was finished, and grandfather wound it up and set it to 5 minutes to 1. Never were 5 minutes so long as this time, while they both waited to see if it worked properly. At 1 o'clock, the little door opened, the bird came out, called "Cuckoo," and then went back. "It works, it works," cried Joseph. "It is wonderful, and maybe we will get the prize." At last, the great day came. All the clocks were taken to the village hall to be judged. The prince and the princess came and looked at them carefully. Some clocks were large and beautiful, some carved with paint, and some were carved and enameled. Joseph's heart sank. His plain little clock stood in a corner and seemed quite lost. Oh, if only it were near the hour and they could hear it strike, he thought, but it was only 10 minutes past 2, and he knew that in a short time the prince would finish judging the clocks and go. At last, he could hold back no longer. "Please, sir, may I set my clock ahead and show how it strikes?" he said to the prince. "But which is your clock?" said the prince kindly. "You are a very young clockmaker." Joseph pointed out his clock, and the prince smiled, for it was very, very plain and small. "Yes, set it to the hour, my boy," he said kindly. So Joseph turned the hands of the clock, and in a minute it was 3 o'clock. Out popped the little bird. "Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo," it called, and turned back, and the door shut. "Bravo!" cried the prince, and the princess laughed. "I choose this clock to be the winner. It has something quite new, and that is what we want." So Joseph got the prize, and with the money they bought a new cow and some goats. Soon they had so many orders for cuckoo clocks that they were kept busy all day, till grandfather said, "We must have a new workshop and some friends to help us." The cuckoo clocks were sent all over the world, and the village became famous for its cuckoo clocks. Now let us understand the story in detail. Very long ago in Europe, there was a little village in the middle of a big forest. People in this village were very skilled clockmakers, but as the time passed away, the clockmakers were no more, and their sons went to the towns to make money and have happier lives. The Prince of Europe visited the village, and he had an overlook on the old clocks that had once been made there. He heard that there were very few clockmakers were left in the village. He felt very pity and thought that this clockmaking work should not stop. He made an announcement that he will give a prize for the best clock that is made in the village during the winter. Now everyone started to work hard to win the prize. There was one boy named Joseph lived with his old grandfather and watched him making the wooden clocks and learned also. Joseph wanted to win the prize, so he asked his grandfather for the help, but his grandfather denied, saying that they were too poor to buy the things to make the clock. Now Joseph decided to think of something new for it. He thought for the new and useful thing for days while his grandfather waited for the improvement the boy would make. One day he went to the forest to fetch some wood, and he saw a cuckoo who rested on the branch of a tree. He thought that the cuckoo could give him a new thought. He got an idea and shared it with his grandfather. Grandpa also agreed and they together started to plan for it. Now they got paper, pencil, and a ruler and made plans of the clock and the cuckoo and the door through which the bird would come out. Now they made a strong clock. Both of them heard about the beautiful clocks made by the people in the village, and they thought that their clock is a simple one, but they were sure that they would get the prize. At last, the great day came. All the clocks were taken to the village hall to be judged by the prince and the princess. Some clocks were small and beautiful, some covered with paint, and some were carved and enameled. Joseph's little clock stood in a corner and seemed quite lost. He made a clock which would strike when it were near the hour. He was the only young clockmaker in the village. The prince asked him to set it to the hour and show. So Joseph set it, and as it was 3 o'clock, the little bird popped out and called out, "Cuckoo, cuckoo," and turned back, and the door shut. The prince liked it a lot and chose it as the best clock as it had something quite new. Joseph got the prize, and with the money they bought a new cow and some goats, and they started to get orders for the cuckoo clocks. So both of them became busy. The cuckoo clocks were sent all over the world, and the village became famous for its cuckoo clocks. Hope you all understood the story. Thank you.